Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks and products that you can use to use a sun-in product like this sun bum here without damaging your hair. So I first decided to start using the sun-in products because I was looking for a more natural way to lighten my hair. I felt that every time I went to the salon, my highlights looked great after, but it just left my hair really damaged. I have really thin, dry hair, so I really can't afford to lose any. I've been using sun-in products for about 6 months now, so I'm going to talk about what the aesthetic results are and the differences between salon highlights and sun-in. Some products and tips and tricks that you can use to not damage your hair. So first, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you on the results. So the results are going to depend a lot on the current color and starting point of your hair. I have a light brown hair color on a color chart, and that's my natural hair color. Some products like the John Frieda will recommend you do not use those products if you have any type of brown hair. You should only be using them as a blonde to get an even lighter blonde. Now, Sun Bum, it says that you can use it with any shade of hair. It doesn't scare people with brown hair away. The reason that you should really stay away from sun-in products if you have medium to dark brown hair is that it will turn your hair orange. So that leads me to the results and the comparison. So basically, if I turn my head here, you can see that the bottom half of my hair has salon highlights, whereas the top half of my hair almost looks like a dirty blonde / orange. So you will not achieve a bright blonde if you're starting with a light brown like myself, especially if you have a medium to dark brown hair. You're not going to achieve those salon highlights. I'm just going to be completely honest. Now, you will achieve this look here if your starting hair color is lighter than mine. So that would be a dark blonde to a medium blonde. So you can achieve really good results if you have a better starting point. One thing that I didn't really obviously love this color that it ended up being after being used for so long, but I would recommend it as a intermediate product while you are growing your roots out, because when my roots weren't so long, I mean now they're 6 to 7 inches long, it really did just blend in my brown roots and it actually looked really good. And I did a video on this product that I'll slide over on how it looks when just my roots were done. So it really does work well for that. Some of you guys may not mind this slightly orange look, and I'm going to talk about a product to eliminate the oranginess because it was even oranger or brassier before. So some of you guys may not mind this look. I definitely prefer more of this bright blonde salon look. So, the results, you're not going to achieve that bright highlight if you have brown hair. So moving on to products and methodologies. As I said, I've been using the sun-in product for 6 months now, a combination of the John Frieda Go Blonder and the Sun Bum. Now, I looked at the ingredients, and after using both of them, the products are very, very similar. One thing that I preferred about the Sun Bum is that the smell was just better. It smelled like tropical beachy, whereas the John Frieda, it had a pleasant smell, but I just preferred the smell of this one. Price points were really similar as well. They both use hydrogen peroxide to actually lighten your hair. So those are the products that I used, and I have some methodologies that I use to eliminate the damage. After using it for 6 months, obviously I'm not in love with the color, but my hair is a lot healthier. I can tell that the top portion of my hair is a lot healthier than the fried portion of the highlighted hair. And even when I go like this and grab a section of hair, the break off really does start where those salon highlights begin. So I'm really excited for my hair to grow out even more. I may intersperse some highlights, but I'm just gonna ask for very, very minimal highlights to brighten up the top portion of my hair and blend it a little bit better and get rid of some of the orange. but I won't go back to highlighting this intensely because my hair at the bottom is just so thin from doing that. So big contributor to how your hair will end up when you use a sun-in product is what your starting point is. So I already talked about the darkness of your hair and the results you'll achieve, but also, you know, what condition is your hair currently in. So if your hair has already been dyed or highlighted, you don't want to use the sun-in product over color treated hair. So when I was using the sun-in product, as my highlights started to grow out, I was left with that darker root. I only applied the product to the root area. I never overlapped color. Also, the John Frieda product says to use heat to activate the product. So after you go ahead and put the product on your damp washed hair, it says to use a blow dryer after spraying the product on, or even a heat styling tool like a straightener or curler. I never did that. I did try to go into the sun, but I was trying to eliminate damaging my hair while lightening them. You're still using a hydrogen peroxide that is a bit damaging and drying to the hair, so I didn't want to add heat to that. I just planned on being in the sun after applying it, and that seemed to work just fine. You'll definitely see results with that. If you have like thicker oily hair and you don't mind losing some hair in the process, using that styling or heat might work well for you. But for me, I just can't avoid, or I can't lose any more hair, or I won't have any. So I wanted that thicker, healthier hair, but also lighter and brighter. So I tried to use this product as safely as possible. So also I did make sure there was a lot of time between applications. So it says you can use it every time in between taking a shower. So you don't want to use it like twice before washing your hair again, but I would wait at least 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks or a month. And once I did start to lighten that root, you could spread it out to even like once a month for a treatment. So spread out your treatments with the sun-in product as much as possible, because that will let your hair regenerate its oils and just bring that life back to the hair without keep just putting this hydrogen peroxide after you wash your hair every single time. Another thing that I did was invest in some products. So we'll move on to the products now that we've gone through the tips of the application. So a couple products that I invested in is to avoid that brassiness and take out some of the orange. I did a blue and purple shampoo. I would just look online. You can get the shimmer lights at Sally's, which is the purple version. This is a blue. I liked having the combination of blue and purple because if I had more yellow tones, the purple would work well. If I had more orange, the blue would work well. So invest in a good blue and or purple shampoo to offset the brassiness. The other thing that I did is every time that I showered, if you read the instructions on your conditioner, most will say that you want to leave it in for several minutes. So I did let that conditioner soak into my hair every time I showered, just to bring that moisture back to it, because I knew I was using these treatments. So be patient in the shower, let that conditioner sit. The other thing that I did, I used this hair and body moisturizer. I really like this. This is the Tea Tree, and I believe it's made by Paul Mitchell. So this I would put like basically as if I'm just lotioning my hand, and then I would put this on my ends every single time, like even sometimes like my roots and middle of my hair, and for sure got the ends just to bring back that hydration as well. And the last product that I use, which I really noticed a difference, especially since I have such dry, brittle hair, and I knew I was going to be doing these treatments, is this Olaplex. So I've done 4 to 5 treatments out of this small bottle. It is pretty pricey. I'll put a link below. But basically this is like a conditioning mask that's how it acts for my hair. And I read really good things about it, and it really did strengthen and moisturize my hair. So I would recommend this as well if you're looking to use the sun-in treatments. So that's about it for the products and techniques enabled to yourself to use sun in with little to no damage to your hair. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. I don't promise that this isn't going to damage your hair at all. Like, I don't have the comparison of how healthy my hair would feel and look if I hadn't been using any sun in for this whole section, but I can tell you it was way less damaging than the salon highlights, especially with the help of these other products and treatments that I've been doing and those methodologies that I told you about. So I'll slide over a couple other videos and link them below. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do tons of videos on beauty tips and tricks and products that I've tried, so be sure to subscribe to the next one.